for Soa. Currently, they do sit at the top of the table. So by winning this, they do actually extend their lead via a single point, as each win is a point. And with a game in hand, they are on 3 points. Next highest is CE with 2 points, but CE still have a series to play. And now Sunny Lion with 2 points, but Sunny Lion already played their series and have just got 2 ties over 2 days.
All right, second map of this series is going to be Sky Temple. And if you've been following HGC China a little longer, then you will know that Soa loves playing on that map. They pick it so often, and it was indeed their call to pick that one as well. And they just know how to rotate on this battleground. They play a fantastic fall set. TY definitely equipped to play that hero, and just basically proved to be quite the menace with perfect gusts all the time.
As we see Tracer once again being hovered as the ban, we're once again back in this territory. Nothing too out of the ordinary there.
Yeah, cannot think Tracer go through. I mean, I'm not sure if Soa actually played a lot of Tracer in the past. I don't think they did. But the way Sori and TY are actually showing up in this phase, you could certainly assume that they would play a lethal Tracer.
Exactly. You should always assume that your opponents have the tools that you just really don't want to play against.
Yeah. All right, Malfurion this time secured by KT immediately. You don't want to let that go over to Uncle G again. And that's the cool thing about Uncle G in general. He is probably the one support in the league with the highest hero pool. Like, he can play heroes like Zari. He actually did in the past. He played off tanks every now and then. He played Karazim to an extent where we would actually almost match him to the likes of Meriday back in the day. So he's an extremely versatile player that it's so hard to ban out or just take picks away from him.
Very true. He's a strong player. Speaking of Karazim, I miss him. I miss Karazim being in the meta as well. It is a shame.
I actually got manhandled yesterday in Hero League by a double support Karazim comp. So they had, I'm not sure what they had. I think it was Uther Karazim or Malfurion Karazim. But Karazim has a secondary support, like a melee assassin / secondary support hybrid is so scary if played well.
I don't know. I'm struggling to get up to a stable time. I am like getting consistent spikes, so I'm attempting to get back to what we were on before.
I think those lags aren't actually afflicting our latency, or at least it isn't mine. So I'm still sitting at 6.5. So it's just like a stutter in the clean feed itself.
No, I was getting like full spinny circle lags. Okay, 579. That will do. That's the closest I've got without it lagging afterwards. So hooray. Hooray. For those who are wondering, we stream via a clean feed, basically. Oh, nope, spinny circle. Fantastic. Yeah, okay.
So once again, we see KT relying on 2 mean thugs here, on Garrosh and Junkrat, looking all mean and evil. And so far, they're actually keeping their skin currency quite up, which is nice.
Yeah.
As Ellen DeBeery said, you know, the key to victory is a correct skin mount coordination.
Yeah, you gotta keep the synergy up. Keep everything looking in one theme.
Which is funny because they're actually the blue team, so they're going for all red skins to make it even harder for us to distinguish them. But no, I mean, the Junkrat was okay last game. It was by no means as dominating as it was in day 1 yesterday. But there's only so much one Junkrat can do, right? If there's so much protection going on from Tyrael and Malfurion, it's really hard for the Junkrat to land all those grenades perfectly. The Riptide was negated almost every single time as well, so maybe he's going to have a better time this time.
Very true. And what do you think happened to Rocket Ride? When Junkrat came out, everyone was like, oh yeah, this is going to be the heroic that is meta. Nope, absolutely not.
The problem about Rocket Ride is, in my personal opinion, that it's so easy to dodge it. There are so many heroes that can just jump out of it, run out of it, or blink out of it. So the Riptide with a much bigger explosion radius can normally have a bigger impact on the game. It also works well with other AoE damaging abilities. It allows you to zone out certain heroes as well, which Rocket Ride can't do as efficiently. So while I don't think Rocket Ride is bad per se, I think Junkrat's Riptide is just the way to go in most games.
I can see that opinion and that thought as we wait to see the next pickup, and Nubarak and Jaina. Very nice here, and Nubarak being a pretty solid counter to Jaina, having that dive capability.
Yeah, definitely true. So Protection from Tyrael is already going to be huge for Jaina. If he lands those shields from Justice for All, she's going to have additional protection. Only the support left here, by the way. I like that Soa waited, or basically didn't pick their support early, because they just wanted to get priority heroes right there. You can definitely see that. They wanted to get the Jaina early. They wanted to get the double tank, especially the Anubrak, to cause even more CC. And even the Cocoon against Malfurion, if he should go for that Tranquility, could be so huge. We actually forgot to mention that. I think back in 2017, early 2017, or even earlier before that, where Tranquility was actually played quite a lot, you can always use the Cocoon on it. And the duration will continue, and Malfurion will pop out of the Cocoon only to find himself out of Tranquility. And is oftentimes very angry. Causes you to get very angry if you're Malfurion.
Very true, but not much you can do about it if you don't have Tranquility or even Twilight Dream to express your rage in a whooshing form. As we see Zeratul as the final pickup for KT. They have once again gone for a much more aggressive comp. I prefer this one to their last comp. Much more KT style, I feel.
I'm starting to get a little worried here for KT already, because I think they don't have any heroes to take care of a Cocoon very quickly. If you want to destroy a Cocoon right now, it's probably going to be Zeratul, but then you waste his engaging capabilities. Hanzo, slow attack speed, needs to aim his abilities as well. Junkrat needs to aim abilities. I'm a little worried about their Cocoon clearing.
It's going to be difficult. I agree with you on that. Like, Hanzo is going to have to go Redemption if they want like any hope of clearing. Zeratul's tick damage will do it, but that's burning a cleave on just a Cocoon. Which is not ideal.
So, ideally, if you struggle when it comes to clearing Cocoons, you're going to be the team that puts on the aggression anyways. If you get caught and you can pop the Cocoon immediately, then that target is going to die. So you're just going to have to evacuate. You're going to have to abandon your ally in need. So ideally, KT wants to go in aggressively all the time. So the Cocoon will actually have to be used defensively for Soa as well.
Which could work. The defensive Cocoon has been pretty successful. This is when he just surprises all of us and goes for the Locust Swarm. That's a fun one. But either way...
In my opinion, it's actually quite underrated. I'm not going to lie.
I agree. Yeah. I agree. Against teams where there's not like an obvious Cocoon target, so you can have a pretty good time. Just jump in, sustain, do damage, you're going to have a pretty good time. Just enhances your dive capabilities.
And nobody expects this these days as well. Everybody thinks that Anubrak is an easy kill, especially for strong auto attackers like Hanzo or Zeratul. But all of a sudden, you have those Locusts available, dealing tremendous damage around you and keeping you alive at the same time. And don't forget the level 20 upgrade as well. The ever so pesky 3-second or 4-second hit with even more healing can be quite obnoxious. But of course, those are Hero League fantasies of mine. I hope you get to enjoy it if you're in my team at one point, and I would love to convince you of the value of the Locust Swarm.
Yeah, I don't know if it's us on camera or the Chinese cast right now, but can we just talk about how cool Genshiro is after this game? Because he's just so styling. As we see loading into game number 2, Sky Temple, it is Hope on the Junkrat, Kaito on Garrosh, TWT on the Malfurion, Lycia on Zeratul, and Hanshi on Hanzo.
Hanji on the Hanzo. We get to see their opponents. Team Soa start over again with Faye on the Tyrael. We have Stukov played by Uncle G, TY on the Jaina, Klong on that Anubrak, and Sorry seems to be our Grey main one trick up to this point. I don't think he's even played a single hero other than Grey main.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, Molly started off as a Valor one trick, so it's cool to see the variety coming. He'll get his chance to be variety filled later on, as level 1 talents are very standard, other than Jada, who has gone for the upgrade Frostbitten, the Lingering Chill, I believe that one is called, and Greymane, who has gone for Viciousness.
Yeah. Viciousness, the go-to on Greymane these days. You want to keep that combo, you want to keep that auto attack streak up for as long as possible. I also want to say that, unlike with Korean Greymane players, like Rich comes to mind, for example, most of the Chinese Greymanes, they don't go for Quicksilver bullets at level 7, which gives you a longer range in human form on your basic attacks. Almost every Chinese Greymane player likes to go for the Wizened Duelist. That is, of course, a little bit of a risky route. You need to be able to land auto attacks consistently against enemy heroes, and if you die, you lose half of your stacks anyways. Here comes the ping, here comes the assault, and Hanchi, and he is no more. Hanchi on the Hanzo gets blown to pieces.
That was the long con. They waited for that engage for such a long time. Absolutely lovely to see. Very cool play by Soa. They are able to pick up the first blood and now move on to the Bruiser camp.
All right, Bruiser camp is definitely going to be secured quite handsomely with strong auto attackers. Uncle G even using the Stukov punches, if you will, to really clear those even faster. Oftentimes a quality of Stukov that is overlooked. He's really solid when it comes to dealing as a support with the mercenary camps. This is super fast.
Indeed, solid single target damage, ideal for this kind of scenario, and especially in the Siege Giant camps, it's pretty easy for him to stutter step due to the fact it's very slow attack speed, and of course the Siege Giant's very slow attack speed, so he can micro that without too many difficulties and without missing too many attacks.
Look how long it takes KT to actually deal with this mercenary camp. The red giant camp is already knocking at their front door, and I'm not sure if they're actually going to make it in time here. Jaina was also able to take the Siege Giant camps. She's going to fight off against Zeratul here. The concussion mine was okay, only getting one mercenary behind the walls, and already this is such a disaster for KT. Look at the overall XP count. They're getting out-rotated, they're getting out-pushed and out-farmed in almost every single regard.
Indeed they are. Here comes Soa, pushing on so aggressively here. Hanzo's just doing everything he can to defend. On the right side, though, cheeky kill, taking out Jaina there. Nice and easy. And, however, the immediate response, total mayhem, does a little bit of damage to Sori, but it's too late. The kill has already been achieved. As Soa, they are committing to attempt to get this fort.
You know what? A lot of people say it feels good to see a Genji die or a Hanzo die. Like, there's a little bit of a love and hate relationship with the Shimada bros, but I love to see a Hanzo, or sorry, a Junkrat getting win. It's by far one of my nemesis. I hate playing against him. I think he's so obnoxious, but at the same time, of course, he's such a wonderful hero in terms of like adding mayhem to the battlefield, but it feels good to see him fall.
I mean, he literally explodes. How can it not be good to watch him die? As we see TY still in position. Klong takes the short way out via Burrow Charge, gets himself out of danger, as the rest of KT does show up for a little bit of harassment.
All right, Klong trying to sneak in a couple of laser shots, tower or temple shots away from the enemy team, and also manages to do so successfully, not falling after all. A good stun, keeping Kaitu at bay. Rayman immediately evacuating as well after getting comboed on. And for now, it looks like both teams are just trying to split Temple Valley here. Top lane already going over to Fei. Middle lane still in favor of KT.
Celestial, pretty good. Zeratul's used his one escape ability. He's getting completely zoned out, and this will be a kill picked up by Soa. 3 kills to 1 at 4 minutes.
I just want to highlight the patience here as well by Uncle G on this Stukov. He was patiently waiting until Zeratul used his escape, until he used the blink, and only then, in perfect synchrony with a Nubrax Burrow Charge with the stun, were they able to lock down the Zeratul. We apologize for the stutter step on the stream. Looks like not just the players are stutter stepping, the Clean Fleet is also having a little bit of stutter issues as well.
Yeah, Clean Fleet's been practicing Phoenix. As we are suffering a little, like I said, a little bit of stutter to the point where I have had to refresh once again.
Yeah. So to me, it's just like raw stutters overall, no spinny circles. So my my latency is still at 6.9.
Okay, I'm attempting to get back there because I'm getting both.
All right.
So
I'll take over in the
fine.
meantime. No worries. Take your time. Okay. So let's see. Second temple play is going to be in the bottom lane. Level 10 is getting much closer for Soa now. And what can KT do at this point? They're probably going to have to try and look for a fight. Try to go for a sneaky engage angle here with Garrosh maybe, or the Junkrat Concussion Mine. I think that's actually something that we haven't really seen at all in this series. No sneaky moves by Junkrat to really knock people into the back line, especially when there's someone like a Nubrak or Turiel creeping in aggressively here. Hope a little bit, maybe, I don't want to say like overwhelmed by how he's supposed to play the Junkrat, but maybe he's just not on top of the hero at the moment.
Possibly. Only really impactful concussion mine, I would say, so far would have been the one in top lane to clear out the mercenary camp. The boss is being started with Flaming Swipe and level 10's available sanctification at the ready. This is pretty much guaranteed to go over to Soa, unless, of course, Hope wanted to do something really crazy, but has decided against it. That's an ambitious concussion mine even for a Junkrat.
Absolutely true. Absolutely true. Now, level 10 is here for Soa. They've got the Cocoon. They've got the Water Elemental. Really cool to see Water Elemental appear much more often, in my opinion. It is the better heroic ability. In most cases, up to this point, not really combo dependent on heroes like Zeratul. You can basically just have value almost all the time. You can slow down targets, preventing them from escaping. It's a low cooldown as well, so even if you end up wasting it a little bit, then it's not going to normally cause too much harm. So guys, I'm actually going to go back to us now. I think it's a little unwatchable right now. So okay, yeah. You know what? We're gonna refresh the stream a couple of times. Maybe that will help fix the problems.
It doesn't help.
I've
literally been refreshing since last series, almost like every 12 seconds, just to try and get it to a stable point, and it's not.
Yeah. So basically, we're having a communication group with a Chinese production team, and I'm pretty sure the channel is glowing and burning with rage.
Mentioning it.
You posted something in it?
Nope, no one has yet.
Oh, you should, Thatcher. Unleash your fury onto the Chinese camera and production crew. Maybe it's going to help. Can you tell us what you type into the channel?
Well, I'm trying to work out how nice I can be, because right now I kind of just want to put kind of unwatchable. But no, I'm just going to put big stutters and lags. And lags.
Alright, in the meantime we see a kill here against Garrosh. He gets blown to pieces by Greymane. In the next frame, we're going to find out whether that sanctification is going to be good. Looks like it was good after all. Malfurion fell as well. This time, by the way, going for Twilight Dream. So no tranquility value after all. It looks like in this frame, Soa is showing us how well they can push for the Night Camp.
See, now my stream appears to have calmed down a bit right now. I'm waiting for the next mini-cycle. There it is. Called it. I'll let you know what time I'm on once it finishes spinning. There we go. It's finished. Nope. Okay, yeah, it's back. It's back. All right. Yeah, I have no idea what I'm on because the stutters are actually changing the delay time as they happen.
I love how when you have the stutter and someone is using the Rainbow Happy Cloud mount, you will get to see a much longer rainbow because it traces all the way back. So that is a really nice visual effect, and maybe that was all intended all along.
All right, I'm on like 540, 940, 950.
940, 950. Let's see what we have here. I'm sitting at 730.
730. I want to get down to there.
Right, guys. At least I can say that we're not missing a whole lot. Saw is dominating here as per usual. They're doing a wonderful job. Here
now we are. BP, Rob, Riptire.
Riptire, is it going to connect? Ah, it is.
Baby, I can't see anything. No kills?
Kills against KT though. The Riptire didn't explode strong enough.
Hanji over the wall trying to escape Fei. I have no idea if it worked.
Alright, Hanji goes down. Hanji is no more. Says sayonara.
There we go.
And Fei now leading the charge in a frame of doom, coming in with a mercenary can. Protective shields all across the board. The bottom keep is going to fall. And Soa with a beautiful assault here. Not really brave enough to go for the core just yet, but you know, that was already a huge success for them.
Perfect time for the stream to calm down as the keep is taken out, and both teams begin to re-stabilize. KT respawning. 2-level lead for Soa, about to be a 3-level lead as they begin working on those temples.
They are working on those temples. Seems good to me. Let's see what they can get out of this double temple phase. Basically, if they maintain control over both temples, they can probably demolish the remaining 2 lanes quite handsomely. Looks like Tyrael, the only one chilling in the bottom for now. So they can basically take this how slow or how fast they want to here, because they don't have to worry about any keeps getting taken down anytime soon. Here goes Cocoon on Zeratul. Is the team gonna bend all the silence? That's a dead Zeratul.
Right, easy peasy.
Oh.
Nicely done. Hope pulls back. Doesn't want to get himself caught out of position. Tyrael's on the way up, but he's not really needed here, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't mind someone to rotate to top just to grab the XP at this point, but instead they're going to be grouping around the middle jungle area as the boss is back in 7.
Yeah, and right now, all it takes to destroy that middle keep is probably just a blow, a little gust coming in from either of the heroes. But instead they go for the boss once again. I don't think there's anything KT can do to contest this. They do have pretty good boss control with Junkrat here, for example, or the DP. Materials, Holy Ground, and Signification are just as good, maybe even better. So KT, they were still busy defending the middle lane. Now he's going to engage on the Nubarak. Signification is huge.
So in that case, the Burrow Charge is not needed, but now with the Void Prism down, it's actually going to give Klong a little bit of time. The Flailing Swipe saves TY. Cocoon is dropped on Garrosh, and now Klong has all his CC available. Water Elemental is here, Silent underneath, and see ya, Garrosh. Soa picks up another 3 kills, looking for more actually, going to try and get home and take 2. Straight through the total mayhem as well.
Yeah, and just as the clean feed has stabilized, guys, we're witnessing the downfall, the doom of KT in game number 2 as well. Soa absolutely dominating and crushing their opponents with the help of the mighty bad boy known as the boss here. They're going to take down the core 30, 20, 10, and GG. 2-0, 2 more juicy points for Soa, maintaining a solid lead at the top of the table for now.
Yes, they do. We're a solid 4 points ahead of everyone who has played in 2 series so far, including ahead of, I guess, Sunny Lion technically would be the team in second place if we go by the amount of games that have been played. But CE, they will be coming up in the next series, and they still have a series to play. And if they're able to get a 2-0 as well, they will keep even and keep level with Soa moving on to day number 3. But for now, Soa, like you said, standing tall.
Absolutely. By the way, what is your latency at the moment? Because I felt like we were pretty in sync in that last team fight, weren't we?
7.9 and 8.10. Never mind. Spinny circle, literally as I said that.
The spinning circle, our greatest enemy. The arch villain of HGC China.
I don't love this.
I'm sitting at 8.5 right now. I'm not sure if you can get there.
I'll let you know once the spinning circle stops. 8.25.
8.75. Fantastic.
8.29. So one of those numbers is probably right. As it just dances around them. Cool. 8.5, 8.7, close enough. One of those times.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I think with so many technical difficulties going on right now, we're going on a commercial break, and we're just going to let the clean feed run in all of its stuttery gloriness, and I'm going to give you a countdown manually, so you will know when to tune back in or when to come back in after getting a snack or a drink or both if you want to get maximum value. So don't go anywhere, guys. Our next series is probably going to be is CE versus BTG, right?
Yes, that is correct.
Ah, that's going to be a good one. So hopefully without technical issues, that could be a joyride to witness, as Beyond the Game is the former 3rd seed and CE is currently tearing things up like they did in early 2017. So we'll be back, guys. Don't go anywhere.